from the top of your head to the tip of your tongue. Catch us live every Sunday from 10 a.m. to 12 noon, only here on DZRJ 810 a.m. and streaming live on Facebook and YouTube from the 8 TriMedia Center here in Quezon City. So good morning to everyone tuning in on this cloudy Sunday morning. So we have here our guests. I'd like to welcome them to the booth. We have here first Mr. Mark Richmond Ko. Would you like to say good morning?
Hi. Good morning, everybody. My name is Mark, and I'm also a freelance host and also a member of the Microphone Club. And beside me is Miss Kiana Jacinto.
Hi, Mark. Good morning. Good morning, Anna. We're happy to have you back. And good morning also to all our listeners this morning.
So good morning. Yeah. I forgot to introduce the topic. So our topic today is finding freedom as a freelancer. So as everyone knows, most of the members of the Microphone Club, or many of the members of the Microphone Club, are actually freelancers, meaning your whole day is spent, your whole week or your whole life is spent taking on different projects, as opposed to someone like me who has a day job. So actually, this topic is so interesting for me because I think I'm not built to be a freelancer. Not everyone is built to be a freelancer. So it's good to learn from you guys and see how you manage. Why did you decide to take that on? So maybe we can start with Mark. Mark, maybe you can tell us what you do. I know what you do, but maybe our listeners want to find out more.
Well, Ma'am Anna.
Anna lang.
I'm a freelance host and acoustic singer, so I host and sing for events, usually. But in my spare time, I also go to school. Ayan, so how about you, Kiana?
Tularan. No. I mean, but
you first, Mark.
Yeah. So tell us about school. So you're what year are you in school?
I'm a third-year student in De La Salle University right now. I'm taking up entrepreneurship, which is kind of like what I'm doing right now. I'm kind of selling myself, pero husam lang ganon.
So it's like practicum every day.
Yeah, it's like practicum every day. Pero di naman every day, siguro naman every other day lang ganon.
But do your classmates know that this is what you do?
I actually tell them, para they would hire me.
It's effective. It's been effective.
It's been effective so far. Like I have some schoolmates who actually got me for their debuts, and hindi naman nila ako sinapak, so ibig sabihin, they kind of contented naman somehow.
Pwede. Maybe you want to say hi and thank you to all your clients.
Thank you so much for the trust, and love you. Yeah,
Anna, can I butt in?
Sure.
Mark promotes himself every day, even to Uber drivers. He was telling me earlier.
Really? How do you do that? How do you do that?
Kasi when I get home from events, I usually bring my guitar, diba?
Okay.
So I would go Uber pool, and then when I go Uber pool, then the Uber driver would ask like, why are you bringing your guitar? So you had a gig a while ago, ganon. Tapos sabihin ko na yes, I did. I actually host and sing for events. Tapos I'm gonna make my voice really loud so that the people behind me will like also hear it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then like after that, I would like make contract with the Uber driver. Like I tell him, if you get me gigs, ganon, I can give you like a referral fee. So,
wow.
Yeah.
Ganun ka
intense yung marketing natin talaga.
Marco marketing.
Yun yung pinaka-strong point ko, feel ko.
Did you learn that from any of your classes in school? You think?
I learned it from medyo, parang every opportunity is an opportunity. Ay, wait, parang mali yata. Pero ayun, parang every chance that you get to advertise yourself, parang wala namang mawawala sa'yo if you grab it, diba? So ayun, that's when I realized that I could actually market myself through the car networking devices. Wait, what do you call that? Basta yung mga Uber tsaka Grab ganyan.
So how many? So you spend most of your time in school?
I spend most of my time advertising. Like thinking of new ways on how to advertise myself.
And I think that's worked well for you. So maybe we can talk more about that later. Now about turning to you, Kiana.
Yes.
So what you can let us know, what do you do?
Well, as you both know, I am a singer, and I also host for events. And I also do voiceovers for television and radio commercials. So a slasher, as we call it,
Yeah. So how much of your time do you spend in a week, let's say, doing these kinds of doing your project?
Right now, around 5 days per
5
week.
days.
So it's like my regular job talaga.
So you have off days. You give yourself
Yes.
off days.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kailangan
It's
yun
like 5 days siya, but not like regular job na parang 8 hours ka nandun,
Yes.
diba? So it's like 5 days, but per day, parang mga 3
I
hours
still
lang,
manage
ganun.
my time.
But I mean, I would think that during the time that you're working, it's kind of intense. You can't just switch off, not like a day job.
True.
Yeah.
You could be sitting down for 8 hours, but sometimes, you could be thinking of other things. You're not like 100% all the time.
Yes.
So since it's so intense, you also need that time to decompress, diba?
Yes.
And physically, because you sing, so that's a very, very physical job.
Yeah, and you interact with people all the time. Whenever you're on stage, you can't be suplada or suplada. Sabi nga ni Mark, ang hirap ngumiti.
Yeah.
So,
And you have to, and when you get to a gig, of course, especially for girls, for boys, it's medyo madaya for boys, but for girls, you have to prepare, right?
Yes.
You have to get
put on
dressed.
makeup.
Also for boys, syempre kailangan meron kang konting foundation, diba? Para yung mga pimples hindi sobrang.
Ah, very good. Very, no, but, yeah.
Top secret lang, top
Top
secret.
secret. So they think flawless ka. Yeah. But for Kiara,
Camera ready.
how long do you take to prepare, for example, before a gig? When you get to a gig, maybe you can walk us through what that's like.
for around 2 hours because I need to get dressed and put on my makeup and also vocalize, prepare my set. Mark, I'm sure Mark knows about it.
Yeah, so see, so your work is actually not just the
3-hour event.
3 hours on stage, 2 hours preparing.
And my whole life practicing my songs. Ganyan.
Actually, yun eh.
Diba?
Yung
I think that's
practice
what
beforehand.
that's what we get paid for. All the practices, yung pakikinig namin sa songs and all.
So when do you do that? When do you do that?
That's what
When
we
you have
do.
free time.
Yeah, yun yung sa free time. So parang kung freelancer ka, you have a lot of free time, but you have to use that free time to make yourself better. Eh? Kasi,
Yeah, to equip yourself more for the coming projects.
like as a freelancer kasi, marami ng ibang freelancer. So if you don't keep on improving, you're gonna get left behind, and like the other freelancers would like get your job ganun. So parang you have to keep on improving all the time, and how to do that is use your free time to make yourself better ganun.
Yes.
Cool. So we're talking about freelancing. Maybe Mark, you can guide us through. What's your typical week like? I think this will be very interesting. As I think what our listeners might be interested to hear is they can't imagine, especially people like me who have a day job. I want to imagine what your life is like, and maybe it's something that I would want to do, or for other freelancers like our members in the Microphone Club or any other professions, photographers, mostly creatives.
Yes.
They can have a sense of, hey, ganyan din pala yung mga ibang freelancer in other industries. So Mark, maybe you can guide us through what's your typical week like.
Well, usually, pag sa weekdays, medyo mahina yung events. So I would usually opt for looking for harana services, because I also do that. Like, parang harana ganun. So
But
like,
you would go to school, right? So let's say, what time would you go?
I would go to school if I have like an exam or
I think are your parents
no, I don't think they're watching. No, but I would actually usually go to school because I'm a very good student. Mama, I love you.
Yeah.
Your tuition safe with me. Ayan.
Nag-dean's list kasi yan si Mark. Eh.
Wow.
Yeah.
Pero honestly, this last term, hindi na ako dean's list. So
But you're somewhere there. I mean, it's
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm still somewhere there. Para medyo sumabit ng konti. Ayan. So I would usually go to school, and then usually lang talaga. And then I would, for example, like I would make my schedule only until 2:15. So if there are events which are at the night time, I would still have time to go to them ganun. And usually I would practice a lot like after school. I actually have a mic and a sound system in my room, so I would practice like hosting and then also practice singing. Ayun. And then pag sa weekends before the event, I would prep for it as well. Hindi naman siguro kasi intense ng pag-prep ng babae ganun, kasi na meron pang makeup and stuff.
Yes.
Pero syempre like I would shower extra long ganun. Para lang feel mo talaga na fresh ka ganun. And then I would be at the venue super early, kasi if you're there super early as well, you would be more settled down and at the same time you could actually talk with the other suppliers. So that's that's also a marketing opportunity for you. Like you could give your card to them and then make friends with them. Ganun.
Walang sayang na oras.
Kay Marco.
Ayan, yun lang talaga masasabi ko. How about you, Kiana?
Me, just the same with you. I work at night. My events usually start at around 6 p.m. But I go there. I make sure I'm there an hour before, so I get to prepare and talk to people in the event, because the power of networks, right? And then I usually get up siguro around 10 a.m. or 11 because nakakauwi tayo 1 a.m. na. We need enough sleep so we can sing better. And then I practice too. I listen to new songs, and I also practice my hosting. I read my book out loud as what Mike advised to us in the TMC workshop. There. Then I prepare, put on makeup, vocalize, and go to my gig.
Wow, so it's really a full schedule. So what time would you wake up? Usually, I mean, kasi medyo...
Around 11 a.m., 10 a.m. If I get home ng 1. Yeah.
So that's enough rest for you. And you would have off days. What would you do on your off days, for example?
Well, I would want to see my friends and spend time with my family. Kasi kapag weekends, event yan eh. We don't have offs on weekends. Usually Monday, Tuesday ang off namin. So that's when I see my friends as a refresher, and also my family.
I think that's what makes the Microphone Club nice. Kasi most people here are also freelancers, so they usually have work then on the weekends. So if you want to go out with people on the weekdays, you
can have each other.
Tayo dun sa Microphone Club. That's why if you're a freelancer, you should join the Microphone Club para meron kang kasama sa mga gala mo sa
Monday, pag Monday.
Pag Monday.
Kasi ito na taga-plug din ng Microphone Club. So we'd like to greet all our Microphone Club members. Hi. Especially to our Madam President, Ms. Vet Lauzon, and
hi, Ms. Vet.
Our co-founder, Mr. Pocholo De Leon Gonzalez. Good morning. By the way, we are streaming live on Facebook. So if you'd like to join in the conversation, ask questions. Mark and Kiana's freelance life is very interesting, so you might want to ask them questions or have a comment. Yes. So let's go back to how you started. I think this is something that I'm very curious. We all have our stories of how we got into hosting, and I think it's interesting how some of us have similar kung paano tayo nakapasok sa gantong trabaho. So Mark, when did you start, and how did you start?
My story is really, really long.
Oh, go ahead.
I'm so sorry, pero ano siya. I started off sa around October, but I started off as a singer muna. Kasi parang merong org sa school namin of like singing and dancing ganun. It's called Inner Soul, and I tried out for it like 2 times already, but I couldn't get in. So parang medyo nakaka-down siya sa akin. So I was like, how can I still be able to perform even without joining that organization? So I decided to try to sell myself wholesomely, like as a singer. Kasi parang for me, yung voice ko more of background peg siya. Hindi siya yung parang performance peg. So I was thinking, parang medyo bagay siya for like parang reception type ganun, or like background music for dinner.
You were just thinking of this.
Yeah, I was just thinking of this. So I was like, where can I market myself na baka may kukuha sa akin ganun. So I posted an ad on sulat.com, which is now OLX.ph.
Yeah.
And somebody actually got me there. Ayun, so that was my first event as a singer naman.
Galing, because you just thought of it. Hindi siya yung tipong may nakita ka, tapos gusto mong, sige, gagayahin ko. You really just thought na, you knew yourself, you knew this is like how your voice was registering and bagay siya sa ganito. Galing, ah.
And then after that, parang, I watched the hosts, ganun. Siguro after mga 3 to 4 events, and I was like, parang kaya ko to. And then I asked their TF, tapos sabi ko, whoa.
Excited ka.
Medyo excited ako.
Excited ka.
Parang sabi ko, baka kaya ko rin ito gawin kung gano'n naman yung TF, pag-aralan ko siya, gano'n. So, I tried to market myself as a host naman this time for like a super small event. As in like, sobrang baba nung talent fee. Kumbaga parang pang pamasahe lang talaga siya. And then when I tried it was hard pala. Hindi pala siya mabilis. So, dun sa first event ko, honestly, medyo hindi ako super efficient.
Nangapa ka.
Medyo nangapa ako. Pero,
which is normal.
Which is kind of normal naman. Pero medyo masaya naman yung couple pa rin. Kasi ano nga talaga, super low budget lang talaga yung event na yun. Pero after that, I kind of decided na I want to learn more about it. And that's when I joined the Microphone Club. That's when I got to know my mentor, Mr. Mike Acuna. Shout out to Mr. Mike Acuna. Ayan. And ayun. Tapos ngayon, medyo kahit paano nakakuha naman ako ng mga gigs and stuff. So from the time you started, thinking that you could do this singing for events, how long ago, how many months ago? Has it been a year? Not even. It's about a year.
Wow. And see, look at where you are now. I think almost everyone in the events industry knows this young guy who's always out there every day. Saks lang.
Feel ko kasi like, yung advantage for me is I'm young, so I'm kind of open to learning. For example, if people would tell me something, I would actually, go ahead and implement what they tell me. And hindi ako, parang kumbaga hindi ako mayabang. Kasi
you just started.
Yeah, I'm like a sponge lang. So parang whatever you tell me, I'm kind of gonna absorb it for now. Kasi yun nga, parang bata pa ako. So parang I'm more humble. Pero parang hindi siya humble pakinggan pag sinabi ko na humble ako. Pero parang feel ko yun yung parang medyo strong point ko. And at the same time, since medyo bata ako, I'm only 19, so parang medyo patok siya pag sa mga debut ganun. Kasi parang diba sila parang 18 lang sila.
Yes.
So yung age gap namin medyo onti lang.
So it's just as if they had a friend.
Yeah,
parang
they had a friend.
Because actually, most of us, I think, for the hosts, a lot of us started as doing free giving our services
pro bono.
For
experience,
for family and friends, ganong klaseng events. But it's different also when you hire a professional host, because then you know that there's a certain level of professionalism attached to that. Alam yung program, alam kung paano mag-manage ng flow. Isn't that, what feedback do you get from your friends? I mean, like your schoolmates, right? Who get you? Do they get surprised? Kasi here's this guy na sa school, parang, loko-loko lang tayo, or papakute lang, or yayain mo lang mag-coffee, and then suddenly, you switch into this, I'm a professional host persona. So, what do they have to say about that?
Well, sa kanila naman kasi, I'm kind of extroverted din. So, parang, medyo madadalan ako pag sa school, ganun. Pero di naman to the point na malalaman mo talaga na nag-host ako, unless you're friends with me on Facebook, kasi I always advertise there. Tapos, for them, parang, they're kind of happy then that they have a friend na host. Kasi, for example, pag may mga events sila sa family or sa school, ganyan, paminsan they will also get me. And it's kind of nice then for me na I feel like I'm able to help them out. Tapos at the same time, I'm also working na rin. So, parang,
you get paid.
Yeah, I get paid then. And then, ayun, parang, for example, pag may events, usually they also have coordinators. And if the coordinators kind of like what I did, they will also get me na rin for their next event. So, ayun, parang advertising na rin siya. Kasi for me, like, every time you're on the stage, it's a big advertisement of who you are. So, if you do your absolute best, and people see that you're really passionate about what you're doing, they would kind of, it would kind of, like, resonate with them na parang, gusto ko na lakunin ulit. Kasi actually ako, it's kind of weird, pero I've had a stuttering problem ever since I was young. Like, until now actually, I also stutter from time to time. Pero, parang never would anybody have thought na magiging host ako kasi I have a stutter problem nga. And I actually, kind of, I'm thankful that people actually get me pa rin kahit meron akong ganitong problem paminsan-minsan, ganun. Kasi ever since I was young talaga, as in sobrang lala talaga dati. Like, every sentence, I would stutter talaga. Okay. So, that's something that I haven't even talked about with anybody from the Microphone Club.
Wow, and it's the first time. It's the first time I'm hearing this. It's the first time I'm hearing this.
As in, like, I was kind of stressed when I have to talk in public or if I have to talk to other people. Kasi
I can relate.
Parang meron akong stuttering problem. Kaya parang sobrang weird na hindi mo ma-imagine na ngayon host na ako coming from that dark place. Ayan. So, yun lang. Tapos
wow. I think there's a lot we can pick up from that from this situation that Mark has, and a lot of people can learn from that. But first, we have to go to a commercial break. We'll be right back. This is the Microphone Club Radio Show.
TriMedia, DZRJ, 8:10 a.m. ang himpilan ng bawat Pilipino. Makibahagi sa bawat talakayan, ihayag ang inyong reaksyon sa mga programa ng TriMedia sa aming mga social media accounts. TriMedia-TV sa Facebook, TriMedia DZRJ 810 sa Twitter, at TriMedia sa Instagram. Makiisa sa bawat programa ng TriMedia sa social media, ang himpilan ng bawat Pilipino.
Gusto mo ba ng kakaibang healthy white glow? Yan ang power ng vitamin E sa skin. From Myra Vita White Facial Wash. May natural plant extract and vitamin E beads that gently burst for that healthy white glow in just 1 week. Fresh! Mag Myra Vita White Facial Wash. Yan ang alagang holistic. Trusted quality healthcare. Unilab yan.
O umupo, magtago sa ilalim ng matibay na mesa at humawak hanggang humupa ang lindol. Lumayo sa mga babasagin gaya ng bintana, estante at cabinet na maaaring bumagsak. Pag humupa ng lindol, lumabas ka agad ng gusali at pumunta sa open area. Huwag gumamit ng elevator o escalator sa inyong paglabas. Suriin ang sarili at mga kasama kung may nasugatan. Maging alerto dahil maaaring magkaroon ng aftershocks. Tandaan, paghandaan ang sariling kaligtasan. Isang paalala mula sa TriMedia, ang himpilan ng bawat Pilipino. Pag-asenso sa negosyo, pag-aralan at matutunan sa negosyo ni Karancho. Mga latest updates sa merkado, mga kaalaman sa pagninegosyo mula sa mga eksperto at maging job openings, alamin. Ihahatid sa inyo ng ating nag-iisang Karancho sa negosyo, Miguel Hill, sa negosyo ni Karancho. Negosyo ni Karancho, tuwing Sabado 1:00 hanggang 3:00 ng hapon at Linggo 12:00 ng tanghali hanggang 1:30 ng hapon. Dito lang sa DZRJ 8:10 a.m. TriMedia, ang himpilan ng bawat Pilipino. Kayo'y nakikinig sa DZRJ 8:10 a.m. TriMedia, ang himpilan ng bawat Pilipino. TriMedia, DZRJ, ang himpilan ng bawat Pilipino.
So we're back. We're here on the Microphone Club Radio Show. It's a sunny Sunday morning, and we are here talking about the freelance life with Miss Kiana Jacinto and Mr. Mark Richmond ko. Hi. So welcome back. Before we continue, we'd like to let everyone know that we are live over DZRJ 8:10 a.m. online streaming on www.8trimedia.com. You can like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and follow us on Instagram. Our handle is at 8trimedia. Our text line and Viber number is 0939-914-3988. You can also contact our hotline at 412-0288. We are also live simulcast on DYME Masbate, 107.1 Power FM, Puerto Princesa, Palawan, and 97.1 WOW FM, Rojas, Northern Palawan. So speaking of Facebook Live, I'd like to greet some of the people tuning in here on Facebook. So we have Janil. We also have Berna. Good morning to you. Miss Beth Lauzon, good morning. And I'm sure also we have our producer, Mr. Pocholo de Leon Gonzalez. Good morning. And Miss Kay Dacer, who always tunes in to the Microphone Club Radio Show every Sunday. Good morning po. Randy, our TMC members. And who else? And Giru, good morning. And TMC is the best. Yes, that's I agree. TMC is the best.
Yes.
So going back, before the break, we were talking about how Mark started out in his, which is just less than almost a year. So for our listeners, Mark here is a student who chooses to work as a freelance host and acoustic performer, and he shared. And I've known Mark for a couple of months now. We attended the first Microphone Club workshop a few months ago, and it's just the first time I'm hearing that you have a stuttering problem. So maybe you can tell us more about that.
Ayun, so when I was young, I've had a stuttering problem, and I actually got bullied for it when I was in grade school.
Okay.
So about like when you're on stage or kahit when you're in front in a classroom and then you have to talk, there's like a kind of pressure on you. Parang everyone's looking at you, ganun. So, nung simula, medyo hindi ko kaya yung ganung level. Kasi nung sobrang bata pa talaga ako, I was like super bibo. But then, when I got older and I realized that I was fat, because I was fat as a kid, so the people people kind of bullied me at that point in time. So I was like, oh, I'm fat pala. So like my self-esteem went down, and that's when the stuttering problem kind of started for me. And then ayun, so right now I'm kind of okay with it, except sometimes when I get excited, I like stutter pa rin from time to time.
But it's interesting because that means that you were stuttering before because of stress or tension, but now you stutter because you're excited.
Yeah.
But how did you actually get over? I've never actually met someone who has this problem. So how did you actually get over it? Did you have to do therapy?
I'm actually not extremely over it yet. I also stutter now from time to time, but not as intensely as I used to before. And siguro hosting also kind of helped me because it also made me it gave me no choice. Like I can't stutter because I'm on stage. So when I'm on stage, I actually think muna of what I'm gonna say before I actually say it sometimes. Kaya parang mas fluid siya ganon. And then ayun, siguro medyo swerte lang talaga ako sa mga nangyayari sa buhay ko ngayon. Kasi honestly, I've been kind of lucky so far, like with the hosting thing and with the stuttering thing. How about you, Kiana? You have an experience with stuttering as well.
Mark, I can totally relate. Because back in college, if you knew me back in college, siguro isipin mo, anong ginagawa niyan sa radio? Because you would never see me in front talking. I was the listening type lang. I like observing, and I like to listen what people has to say. Even if I have my own thoughts in my head, I wouldn't want to share it. And I wanted to host even before, but I never did. I didn't do it kasi nauunahan din ako ng pressure and takot. I took communication arts in college, but I felt like siguro na-overwhelmed ako because a lot of my classmates were naturally good in speaking. So
because normally someone who would
take communication arts would be naturally just good at it. And ayun, naunahan ako ng takot, so I didn't pursue it early on. And ayun, that's why I actually joined TMC, because this is something I want to do and I want to improve on. And that is why also I am here. Para mapilitan, sabi nga ni Mark, para mapilitan ka. You can't stutter or sulk because you're on air.
And I think it's other aside from just mapilitan, another way of putting it. Tell me if I'm wrong. You're more mindful.
Yes.
More mindful.
You're more mindful because otherwise, if you let your fear, or let's say your fear also of that stuttering problem coming back, you have to change your mindset. Say no, okay, I'm going to know and understand what I'm doing.
Or like ano lang talaga, relax lang talaga. Kasi minsan talaga when you stutter, it's because you're kind of excited. Like kanina actually kasi parang medyo excited din ako dun sa topic na yun. So I was like, okay, you just gotta be calm. Ganun. And I think like when you're hosting, you have to be calm and excited at the same time.
And just have fun.
Yeah, kasi parang if you're not excited, people won't be excited there. But if you're not calm, then you won't be able to assess everything. So it has a lot to do with your mindset as well.
That makes sense because in an event, everyone's excited. Either everyone's excited and or stressed. If you're
in the coordinating side.
Yeah, everyone's stressed. So imagine if everyone's stressed and then you also parang may time din masyadong hype or something. So you need to be that voice of calm na
Control. You're controlled.
Yeah, but like, you can't be too calm naman. Kasi if you're too calm, then parang medyo
It would be
patay.
boring.
Diba?
So I'm really amazed because Mark's probably done more, for sure, you've done more hosting than me. So I'm learning from you, who's almost from someone who's literally half my age. I'm learning a lot from you. So back to the stuttering. So you can say really that hosting helped you overcome it.
Yeah. Because before I started hosting, I wasn't really that aware of my stuttering problem, and at the same time, I was kind of parang okay lang sa akin, ganun. Kasi hindi naman siya sobrang big deal or hindi naman sobrang laki ng effect nun sa life ko.
Yes.
But when I started thinking of hosting, I was like, I have to stop stuttering because I have to talk for long periods of time and I have to be able to sustain that energy and yung buong program flow. And if you stutter throughout the program, parang ang sagwa pakinggan, di ba? So, ayun, I try to like consciously get over it by, talking a lot. Ayun, actually talking a lot really helps with the stuttering problem. Because actually ako rin, honestly, like deep down inside, I feel like I'm kind of like Kiana as well, na medyo
shy or introverted?
Hindi naman shy, pero like, mas gusto kong makinig sa mga ibang tao, ganun. I like listening to people kasi you get to learn more from listening than you get from talking. Kasi when you talk, it's like you're sharing what you know, but when you're listening, you're absorbing what they know. So parang, for me, mas masarap yung makinig, ganun. Kasi I feel like I have a lot to learn pa from other people muna before I start talking a lot.
I think that's a mark of a good host. Not just a good host, but a good person.
Yes.
If you can listen well. Personally, it's something that I'm trying to work on kasi madaldal akong tao. So, my problem is I think of what I want to say and nauunahan ko parang gusto kong sabihin bago ko makalimutan. And then I admittedly, sometimes I miss out on what other people are saying, but it's something I'm trying to also work on. And now that you talk about when you get excited you stutter. I have a sharing na ng problem. my something I try to work on is that sometimes my voice gets too high. Gets too pitchy. Yung aking, so the people who know me, I have my Chris Aquino level. No. Wag na muna. So that happens all the time when I'm too excited.
Ana.
Diba?
Paano yan?
No. So when I get too excited, that's what my voice turns into, which isn't always the appropriate tone for hosting or for something like radio. So it's something that I also want to keep in check. We also have to be mindful about it. And I'm learning from you guys kasi nga it's you have to be self-aware of what your strengths are, what your challenges are, diba? Especially as a freelancer, right? Because, for example, what would you say you're trying to improve on as a freelancer, Kiana? First, probably foremost as a singer. What are you trying to work on?
Right now, well, my time management and yun nga, more on sa hosting because this is something that I just started doing, so I'm still trying to learn a lot from it so I can improve and be like Marco.
Grabe din naman.
Oh yeah. So you want to go into hosting?
Yes.
So what other?
I've always wanted to, but like what I mentioned earlier, nauunahan ako ng kaba when there are like cameras. But I've always wanted to, and that's why I joined TMC. Sabi ko, I needed help. I need help.
And actually, the help isn't just about what you learn. I think the fact that there are many of us that share the same common experience. Parang nakakalakas ng loob na, uy, ito din pala si Ana, ninenervyos, ito din pala si Mark, ninenervyos. So, parang we have stuff to share with each other.
Yes.
It's actually like a support center.
It's a support group.
Yung peg niya, parang siya support group. But like for this kind of profession, talaga mismo.
Especially you, I'm sure you probably don't have any other friends in your circle before you joined TMC who are into the same job, right?
I actually have a lot of friends who sing and who also host like sa school ganun. And I have to admit that they're a lot better than me in those areas. But hindi nila sinubukan na gawing siyang profession. Like they didn't try to make it into a parang sustaining thing. Kasi siguro for other people, parang syempre pag students, usually parang more of enjoy, ganon, or like hindi mo maisip talaga agad na pwede mong pagkitaan yung...
Or they wanna do it kasi pasikat sila. Kasi uy, look there's that host, ang cute niya, ganyan. They wanna do it, get the girl.
At the same time, like for example, for singers right now, mostly talaga yung mga gumagawa ng mga songs, ganon, which is like super cool din, diba? Like parang originals and like making bands, ganon. And I kind of wanted to do that also, pero parang ang hirap kasi in that area for me kasi honestly, hindi ako ganun ka-creative in that sense. So I was like, how can I still make music pero hindi ko kailangan parang
sumulat ng kanta.
Parang original music ganun. So I was like, sige, mag-events na ako.
No, and you still get to play your music, right?
Yeah, kasi parang when you sing songs, you make it your own din eh.
Yes, when you make a cover song, you personalize the song na.
Yeah.
Right.
Pero yun yung medyo gusto ko i-improve sa sarili ko is I want to be able to sing songs better kasi honestly, hindi talaga ako formally trained ng malupit. So parang marami pa ako
malupit
pala.
Like parang hindi ako formally trained ng malupit katulad ni Kiana ganun. So like parang parang feel ko talaga kulang pa talaga yung technique ko sa singing. So that's what I kind of want to work on because diba you ask Kiana what she wants to work on. For me naman, siguro yung techniques talaga in singing and also in talking, like how to modulate your voice better or like how to, yung mga konting banat ganyan. Kasi for me, parang kulang pa, kasi honestly, medyo bata pa lang ako, diba? So yung experience ko as a living human being, medyo onti pa lang compared to other people who are actually like 30 years old, ganun. So, kasi with age comes knowledge and parang with knowledge, parang comes wisdom. Tama ba yun?
Tama. No, I mean, that makes sense. But what's good about, what I can sense about you is that you acknowledge that it's something that you want to acquire. So all you have to do is really go through life and you're so open to all these new experiences.
But that's kind of the thing. Parang if you just go through life, you can acquire it, but parang medyo mabagal, ganun. Kasi parang you're not consciously trying to get it there. But if you're consciously trying to learn and you're consciously trying to improve yourself, parang mas mabilis siya. So instead of taking like 10 years to get to this point, you can take 2 years to get to this point by consciously trying to get it. And that's what we get from the Microphone Club because there are people who are already at that point. And if you learn from them, parang nag-shortcut ka na kumbaga. Kasi
all it takes is just to listen to them, what they've gone through. Yeah.
Like parang ano kasi sila parang they had to learn it on their own. But if you have a mentor, like the other week's topic, the other week's topic was about mentors. Mentoring. If you have a mentor, it's so much easier to get to where you want to be. Kasi somebody's
been there.
guiding you Somebody who's at the place where you want to be is actually guiding you to where they are right now. Ayan, so nakatulong talaga siya.
No, and speaking of mentors, during that episode we had the other week, someone said, I think it was Jill said, nagkamali kami, or the mentors made mistakes so that you, the mentees, would not have to make that same mistake. So sana kung makinig, sana kung ma-pick up yung lessons that the mentors have to share to their mentees. I think that's a big, I just like to share. So I posted something on Instagram yesterday, speaking of mentoring, because for someone starting out, or even you, Kiana, you're a vocalist,
yes,
but you'd like to go into hosting. Therefore, to be able to improve or para dumami yung possible mo na racket, because as a freelancer, I'm sure it's hard to just stick to one.
Yes.
Right? And that's where you're coming from, right? That's why you're looking at adding to your portfolio. Yeah, so his mentoring is a brain to pick, an ear to listen, and a push in the right direction. Diba?
Yeah.
So, ang ganda. sarili kong
maganda talaga, especially for us mentees.
Yeah, so but I'd like to pick up from what from your experience, Kiana, because you're a singer. How long have you been singing? Sorry.
I've been singing since siguro high school pa lang, while I was studying. I was already singing.
So maybe you can tell us about your whole
start
journey.
as a freelancer. Okay, it's a bit long to like Mark, so
it's okay. You have time.
Yeah, go.
Before, I've been singing maybe since high school. I do events, and then After I graduated, I also had a regular job like you, Anna. And I try to still do my singing at night. But you can imagine how I performed because I didn't have time to practice during the day. I was at work the whole day, and then I go to a gig. No practice, no vocalization. And then siguro after a year, I've been waiting for an opportunity to sing full time. And then a colleague knew somebody who offered me regular gigs for 3 days a week. So when I found out na pwede pala yun, I had to measure the value of this new opportunity versus the stability of my job back then. But it was my passion we were talking about, so yeah, I went for it. And cheesy, pero I think it's the best decision I've made so far.
But I think you can only appreciate where you are now because you came also from a day job, so you can compare.
Yes,
right. So maybe you can guide us through what were the things you were thinking of that made you decide to make that leap to being a freelancer, because this is a common with the Microphone Club, and I'm sure with a lot of people with day jobs. You think it's a dream to go freelance, but I would think maybe it's not for everybody.
Yes.
So maybe you can share what was going through your mind at that time, and how did you make that decision?
When I was still working, I know that this was something I wanted to do. I want to sing. I don't want to get stuck there in the office. So yun nga, nung meron ng opportunity to do it, iniisip ko yun siya. It wasn't easy talaga at first, especially to my parents. Imagine, I was fresh off of college and then I would quit my job. It wasn't easy. But everything went well naman.
And at least you gave it a try.
Yes.
Because some other people, diretso na, tapos hindi nila, you know what you're making a decision between two things that you're aware of.
Yes.
Right? You were aware of what the day job entailed. You were aware of what freelancing or performing.
I didn't jump off of freelancing agad kasi I had to measure nga ito stable. This one's uncertain, but this is something I like. I wanna do. So yeah.
And I think it's a big factor that you do it well, right? Because nafe-feel mo may feedback ka from
people.
Sometimes kasi at work for a day job, depends on your boss. Maybe sometimes you don't always get feedback, even if you're doing your work very well. Pero so syempre, but as a performer, and I've hosted a few na rin. Ang sarap kasi
the feeling, no?
So what maybe you can share? Ano yung nakukuha mong mga feedback as a performer?
Kasi sa family ko pala, they're all supportive. Kapag merong gathering, they would ask me to sing. And then, pag merong kasal, they'd ask me to sing. So, dun palang medyo, na-feel ko na baka pwede naman yan palang gawin ko since you like what I do. You like naman pala my singing. And then, actually, yung contact ko na nagbigay sa akin ng regular gig when I was still working was a friend of my colleague. They heard me sing sa office. And then, sabi niya, "Uy, alam mo, I know someone who's in the events industry who's looking for a singer too." Sabi niya, "Gusto mo mag-audition ka, ganyan-ganyan." And then, yun, I tried. And then, the rest is history.
So, do you do weddings also for singing?
Yes.
Canada's actually a part of Viva Live, right?
Yes.
Wow. So you sing mostly covers, or do you make your own music?
I want to make my own music, but I haven't. So right now, still cover songs that I make my own. Yes.
Okay, so not exactly a copy, but it's a Kiana version of...
or a Marco version.
A Marco version.
Yes.
So you're looking at going to hosting.
Yes.
As a freelancer, it's hard to just stick to one. So from singing, and then you're looking at...
Pero pa sa love life, kailangan talaga stick to one.
Stick to one, tama yan.
Oo naman.
Tama yan. Okay. But, we have to go to commercial break. So, we're gonna go touch on that topic when we get back. This is the Microphone Club Radio Show.
TriMedia, DZRJ, 8:10 a.m. Ang himpilan ng bawat Pilipino. tag-ulan na naman. Sigurado, uso na naman ang baha. Maging handa, lalo na kung bahain ang inyong lugar. Dapat laging ready ang emergency kit. Laman nito ay pagkain, tubig, gamot at damit na magagamit hanggang 3 araw. Kung may alagang hayop, samahan din ito ng kanyang gamit at pagkain. Tandaan, paghandaan ang sariling kaligtasan. Isang paalala mula sa TriMedia, ang himpilan ng bawat Pilipino.
Deliver. Stand out and be the best with 8 TriMedia Pro Incorporated. Your way to infinite possibilities.
TriMedia, DZRJ, ang himpilan ng bawat Pilipino.
Good morning. Are we on? Yes, good morning. You're listening to the Microphone Club radio show and my name is Mike Acuña. Hindi po ako trained ng malupit.
Morning. Welcome, Mike.
Morning. Yes.
So, our topic today.
Yes, hindi po ako trained ng malupit.
Hindi ka trained ng malupit, so good morning.
It's my mentor, Mr. Mike Acuña, checking in.
Hello, sir. Hello, sir. Good morning. Good morning. Good
Sir, medyo ano lang siya, medyo na-date lang konti kasi yung, he actually had a debut hosting gig just last night.
Yeah.
Debut.
Oh, man,
Oh my, I saw it too.
One thing I'd like to ask the public, is it really, especially for the hosts, right? Both seasoned and aspiring, right? I'd like to ask you, is it debut or debut?
Okay, let's have a vote.
Diba? Oh, sige, yeah.
Vote
That's a good poll, right?
Yeah, so let's have a poll. Comment on our Facebook live feed.
Is it debut or is it
Debut.
debut?
Or debut.
Yes.
Or
This is a
debut?
Nagtatalunan namin.
Pinagtatalunan namin yan halos araw-araw.
Isa parang feel ko kasi, pag yung debut, parang debut na isang product, di ba?
Oo.
Diba? Pero parang pagtao parang dapat debut eh.
Or isn't that because Pinoy na siya? Debut, kaya naging debut.
At saka ang tawag doon sa celebrator nun, isa pa yan, celebrant or celebrator, di ba?
So bawal mag-Google.
Pero feel ko celebrant.
Bawal mag-Google.
Yeah.
So we'd like to invite our listeners to comment on our Facebook live feed. Is it debut or...
Is it debut or debut? Kasi do you call her a debutante or debutante?
Ibang word yun eh.
You have to be mindful of the
root word.
Of the root word, where it came from. It's French, so you have to, diba? Not you have to do justice to the pronunciation siguro.
Okay. Anyway, we digress. But
Ganyan, pag sumasarap, nagdadigress.
okay, so our topic is on freelancing, finding freedom as a freelancer. Mr. Mike Acuña here is also a freelance everything. So maybe Mike, to start off, you can let everyone know what you do as a freelancer.
At saka, before anything else, you've been holding the show down really, really well for
Thanks,
that.
dude. Yeah.
Ayun, what I do is I am a vocalist, a professional host, of course. I'm also a DJ and
voiceover.
A voice artist. Yeah, I'm also a voice artist.
Also,
Pwede ko na sabihin yun yan? Oh my gosh.
Huh?
Pwede ko na sabihin.
Oh, legit na legit ka na.
Yes.
Legit na legit.
Ayun. So, I jumped into this thing like about two and a half years ago. It was a very daunting step. It was a very scary step for me to do. Like, go full-time freelancer. And it's worked well naman. Kailangan lang talaga siguro, kapal ng mukha talaga.
Ayan ang kailangan.
Yeah, because Kiana was sharing that she also made that jump from having a day job to freelance.
It wasn't easy. No.
Sorry. Yeah, no, it wasn't. It wasn't easy talaga. Tsaka, yung takot eh. Alam mo, kahit matapang kang tao, I mean, dadapuan ka talaga ng takot. Lalo na kapag alam mong wala kang inaasahan.
Hindi, tsaka may mga papakainin ka kasi may mga papakainin kang pamilya mo.
Lalo na din sa mga freelancers natin na nakikinigan na may families, right?
I feel like yung advantage for me as a student, Kasi okay lang sa akin mag-freelance kasi nag-aral pa ako.
Bonus lahat.
So like parang medyo bonus sa lahat. So parang yung parang medyo kung student ka and if you want to do something, don't wait until you graduate. I feel like it's better if you do it now, like while you're still a student. Kasi if you're still a student, you have time to explore pa ganun.
See, that's really important. What you said is really important. And another thing that caught me was when you said earlier that in the respect of, say, in the aspect of singing, right? You have a lot of friends na whom admittedly alam mo na
Mas magaling
sa'yo.
Pero they don't really
try to make money at
right.
Yeah, yun,
diba? So it's really that's you not just talking about it, that's you being about it.
I feel like it's me na parang pakapalan ng mukha, like as you said, diba? Kasi if you'd actually charge people for it, or if you'd actually go out there and try to market yourself as a singer.
True.
Kasi basically you can always call yourself this thing if you're kind of confident in yourself as a, for example, like if I'm kind of confident in myself as a singer,
right,
to a certain degree I'd actually call myself a singer na, diba? Pero like kung medyo mahihain pa ako ganun, I won't call myself a singer. So I feel like it's really pakapalan ng mukha in calling yourself who you are and believing in your own self. Because if you don't believe in yourself, then who else gonna believe in you, diba?
Yeah, totoo yun.
Yes.
That's claiming it. At saka at the end of the day, diba? Parang, what are you gonna call yourself an orange if you're really an apple? Diba?
Yes.
You can't call yourself like a dancer if you're a singer.
You have to know yourself. You have to know yourself.
You have to know yourself, and you have to claim it more than anything. Diba? You have to claim what you want to be.
It's like a balance of humility and confidence.
Yes.
Parang you can be confident, but you also have to be humble at the same
enough.
time.
No doubt. Kasi that's how you protect you and
true, but you can't be too humble then. Kasi if you're too humble naman, sometimes you end up putting yourself down.
Yes.
Diba?
Like me back in college,
yes.
diba?
Yeah. No, tell us about that.
Yeah, I shared earlier, Mike, that before I wanted to do hosting na, but I got overwhelmed with how my classmates were naturally good in speaking. That's why I'm just starting to do it now.
Okay, pero dati I'd like to ask, no, I mean, going back to your story.
Yes.
How were you able to say that they were good and you weren't?
Well, because I didn't try.
Baka lakas ng loob ang...
Oo nga, kapal ng mukha.
Ang pinag-iban ng mukha.
Yeah. Yun nga, I didn't believe in myself. Siguro ganun.
Paano?
Well, they were confident. They would want to they would want to go in front. Ako, just going in front, I can.
Gets okay.
Ganon. It started with a confidence and believing. Yes.
Oo. Pero ngayon, how do you feel about yourself, Kiana? Kasi I see you all the time. On, tsaka sila Julius Baron nga pala.
Yes. Hi, Jules. J Project.
J Project. Very good guys. I mean, how do you feel about yourself now? Like, as the artist that you are?
Well, in singing kasi, I'd have to say, mas confident ako when it comes to that field. Kasi I've been doing it ever since I was a kid. But in hosting, dun ako, medyo may stage fright eh. If I'd have to sing on stage, okay lang. But if you'd ask me to talk, before, I couldn't do it talaga.
Pero ngayon nagagawa-gawa mo.
Yes.
Kasi 'di ba nag-attend siya ng the Microphone Club na workshop. Yeah.
Yes. That's my first step in helping myself.
Yes. And I'm really glad that you did that kasi it's really important that for you to help yourself, 'di ba?
Yes.
True.
Right, Ana?
Yes. I mean, and it's just the first step because you knew that you knew that there was something you had to improve on and you acted on it. Kasi ibang tao, hindi ako magaling kumanta or hindi ko kaya yung ganito. So they just wallow in that and they don't do anything about it, right? So like Mark was saying, hindi ako, or I need to learn more. Then you go out there and do what you need to do. Diba?
Kala ko naman sabi mo na kanina, yes, that's the first step. Kasi the second step is actually workshop.
That's right.
Hosting 2.0 happening on October 1st. Yes.
Actually, super helpful talaga for me yung it's not just the hosting workshop itself, like, kasi what comes after that, when you become a member of the Microphone Club, where people would share with you unselfishly. I've actually had the opportunity to have a free workshop before the workshop with Mike, kasi I was with him in
of course.
I was with him in one event. I was the parang intermission number and he was the voiceover, and I was like, this dude can really talk. I mean, like, his talking voice. And then, I asked his TF, and I was like, oh, that is parang,
okay pala TF mo, pakape ka naman.
like, I will be happy to get that amount for talking. So I was thinking, how can I transition from what I'm doing now into what he's doing? And when I asked him that question, he was like, bro, if you want, you can just come with me to one of my events. And I was like, thank you, man. Thank you.
Walang problema. I mean,
Babalik tayo pala sa mentoring, yun yung episode natin.
Oo.
Parang continuation. Because, you know, the freelancer journey,
yes.
syempre there are people who are more advanced in it than someone in Mark. But I would like to think even that Mark is more advanced in it than someone like me, even if I'm twice his age.
Well, it's not that. Kasi ang tanong kasi sa freelancing is, there's a reason why it's not for everyone. It's because it only works for you if you want it bad.
If you want really bad.
If you want it really bad.
True.
Right? Like, if you want it bad enough.
And why?
Yeah. If you have that strong, like, reason and nothing else is gonna make you turn around from it. You know what I mean? Nothing's going to make you leave it anymore. So, ayun.
It's like parang, kung wala ka ng choice talaga, if it's the only path that you see for yourself, then you would make it. Kasi there's no turning back from that point. Like, for example, for me, the reason why I'm so focused on freelancing now is I want to prove to my parents that I can actually make a living out of freelancing.
Which is something that you're doing right now.
I'm just curious, Mark. Do you see yourself in the same industry after you graduate?
I actually do. That's why I'm trying to establish myself as early as now. So that when I graduate, I would be kind of closer to where I want to be. And I feel like, but for me, like what regarding what Anna said, I feel like I'm not really above you. It's more of in certain aspects, parang meron akong konting additional experience, but like in more aspects, you have a lot more experience than me. Parang I feel like as a host, then you would actually perform better than me. It's just that na parang you have a day job kasi, so hindi mo siya talaga na focus ng 100%. Like what Mike said, you don't really want it that bad. You're kind of like parang chill lang about it.
Chill lang.
But that's not what I was trying to imply. I mean, she also made the steps that she saw fit to actually want to, you know, improve as a host. Yan si Anna, because she is also magkabatch kami.
Yeah, she's like
classmate.
Yeah, ako rin pare, ako rin.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, but coming into the workshop, you've been hosting for already 9 years. So iba namang.
Also, Mark, Mike was part of the first workshop, the MC workshop.
No, but yes, first ever. Pero ngayon,
I didn't know. I thought you were part of TMC na ever since.
Nagfi-feeling lang ako. Matanong lang talaga ako. Ay nga pala doon sa mga natin, sa core members natin sa The Microphone Club.
Yeah.
And yun nga, sa October 1st pala, if I can invite both of you again.
Of course.
I'll be heading the workshop, and of course I'll have the help, the much needed help, of course, from Tony Bilaro, from Jilngo, from Christoph Contreras.
Okay.
So yun.
We'll be there.
We're inviting not just you, but everyone who's watching right now.
Whether or not you're a member of the Microphone Club, you learn a lot from hosting 2.0, facilitated by Mr. Mike and friends.
Yes.
It's not just with hosting, because for example, in the Microphone Club, there are really lots of people from like different backgrounds. Like for example, with Anna, she's actually a very high member of the corporate ladder in.
Oh my God.
Ayan, malaman ko anong position niya.
Okay, tingnan na sa look. Paki-check na lang yung LinkedIn ko.
Kaya like, ayun, diba, parang from the corporate world to hosting, and we also have singers like Kiana. So parang ano talaga siya, it's a
very diverse
group of people.
So in other words, magulo.
Which I think is important as a freelancer, because like what Kiana said, you want to be able to expand the type of projects that you can do. Because as a freelancer, you need to fill up your time, right? And then make as much, earn as much from. Okay, that's kind of gross.
Nakaka-distract yung ginagawa niyo sa loob,
Okay, but anyway, sorry, just to let everyone know, because we have a monitor in front of us and they're showing what they're looking at on Facebook.
Pimple popping. Love it. Man, it's gross.
Really
I love
gross.
it.
So anyway, as I was saying,
Sorry, go.
So you need to be able, for example, Mike, you started just as a vocalist, right?
Yes, oo.
So you have to, as you expand as you expand the types of jobs you can get.
Oo, nagulat ako talaga kasi unang-una, 'di ba ako kaya na actually marami akong tanong sa iyo kasi barista ka rin. Kumbaga, 'yun yung pinaka core skill set mo 'di ba? Pero ang kagandahan doon is tumaharap ka sa tao. So parang ang sa akin nangyari was pagkanta, tapos pag-host, tapos making voice artist ngayon. In between that pala naging radio DJ pa ako. Ang sa akin kasi habang humaharap ka sa tao, hindi sapat na meron kang talento. Do you feel the same, Kiana?
Yes.
Diba, no? So parang nag-apply yun para sa'yo? Kumbaga, marami ka nakikita ngayon na, kumbaga, mahuhusay kumanta. Like what Mark, the people that Mark was referring to earlier. Pero, bakit may reason pa rin na hindi sila kinakagat ng tao? Hindi nag-gravitate yung tao towards them kahit gano'n sila katalento.
Kulang yung ingredients kumbaga sa secret sauce.
Oo, tama.
That's true. Oo nga, Mark. Mike. Mark. Sorry, nabubulol ako. Kiana Ana.
Ang ganda nito, So yes, parang, I mean,
siguro, you also have to be people-oriented. You would, to be a host and a singer, you have to love to be around people. Kasi yun yung industry eh. Diba? Do you agree?
Oo naman. Pero starting out like as a vocalist, when did you start? At what age did you start singing?
I started singing siguro kinder pa ako, I joined contest sa school eh.
Okay.
Yan. And then I sing
shows ganun.
Yes.
Okay.
And then I sing for family gatherings pag may wedding, so bata pa ako. But for a band, I started when I was in high school. And then I carried it out until college, and then after I graduate, ganun pa rin. Sinasabi ko siya with my day job.
Kailan mo na-realize na, uy, teka, pwede ako maging professional?
Pwede kong pagkakitaan to.
Actually, yung mga lola ko, alam mo yun, pinupush talaga nila ako maging singer full time. So, I got my inspiration from that too.
See how it's important it is that someone has to believe in you because sometimes you don't believe enough in yourself. So, because also I think you were saying that you have to want it. Right? But I think because I'm here, I'm so privileged to be in the company of 3 singers. Sayang lang walang dalang gitara si Mark. Si Mark, ipapag-sample ko kayong tatlo. But then coming from me who doesn't sing, I mean I'm a super frustrated singer.
Kumakanta ka kaya?
Actually, maganda yung boses ni Ana.
Lakas loob
for
lang.
me, honestly.
Okay,
honestly.
so lakas loob lang. So I think it's important to know and recognize the talent that you have. That would be the start. Kasi, gusto mo, kung hindi ka naman magaling. Diba? Or if it's something that you can develop, then what do you need to do to be able to be better? Pero kung hindi mo talaga kaya, wag na.
I feel like I would have to kind of disagree on that. Kasi for me naman, I feel like hosting and singing, they're learned thing. Like from how you were as you were young, and parang pagtandaan mo, and what people teach you ganon, and you can actually learn how to do it even if you don't really have talent from it in the first place, but you just have to work on it a lot harder than the people who are talented in that aspect. So parang, for example, if this dude is talented in hosting but he doesn't really try to be a host as a living, but if you try to make hosting your bread and butter, then you would actually be a better host than him if you would actually work harder. Like you would consciously try to improve yourself. So, feel ko parang kahit pwede siya maging skill, pwede rin siyang matutunan kahit mag-start ka from scratch, basically.
That's true.
Because that goes back to wanting it more.
Yeah, I see both.
Wanting it more.
I see where the both of you are coming from, and I think the most important thing when it comes to one of the most important things when it comes to freelancing full time is it's either sobrang galing mo na or may tiwala ka sa sarili mo dahil alam mong kalidad na yung binibigay mo na trabaho, or it's either that or alam mo kung ano yung mga things or areas of improvement mo tapos sobrang galing mong kumuha ng mentors.
I think I'm more of
good combination.
I'm more of I feel like I'm more of the second one na
Ako din.
na parang alam ko pa talaga na sobrang dami ko pa talagang kulang
Kailangan
at this point in time. So that's why I'm trying to learn as much as I can.
Yeah.
Like for example, from people like Mike, like
Yes,
Anna,
that's true.
who have like more experiences with life and with hosting. And
live na lang. Maybe hindi hosting, pero live na lang. Marami akong
pero
experience.
Alam mo po.
I feel like you've actually had more experience than me with like hosting din. Kasi syempre, yung mga family events, yung mga corporate events, diba?
Yeah.
And you being madaldal, diba sabi mo nga, Ana, it would help both Mark and I.
Like for example, me and Kiana, we're actually not super madaldal talaga.
Yes.
Yeah.
In real life.
Ako, madaldal ba ako?
Parang. Wait lang, parang.
Let's not say the obvious. Okay.
No, sorry kasi sinabi ni Ana kanina. I just remember.
Yes, that's fine. Pero kaya na kumbaga parang si Mark kumbaga he's kumbaga playing between kumbaga both crafts na. With you, parang kamusta naman yung community natin, yung mga musiko pagdating sa kumbaga sharing of best practices. Meron ka bang mga kino-consider na mentor mo?
Yes, I have. Actually, I think
Muna sila. Ayan, batiyan mo sila.
Well, can I mention I'm actually from Viva. I'm under Viva Live.
Okay.
I'm under their management. I undergo training with them. So hi Miss Jack, Miss Janet, I am here. And also I have a lot of friends in sila Julius Baron who gives me constant constructive criticism naman every after gig. So hi Jules, also here with Mike.
Ayun. Hi Julius. Julius. Ayun. I'd like to ask both of you a question. I mean, what kind of mentors do you gravitate towards? Kasi dalawang bagay lang yan. You have the humble mentors and you have the humble brag mentors. Do you guys agree?
Yes.
Have you come across both types?
It's kind of awkward for me because my mentor is actually inside this room right now.
No, it's okay. I mean, I'm sure you have other people that you learned from, right?
Yeah, true.
Yeah, it's not just kasi that's another beautiful thing about mentors. I mean, you can have one or you can have 10. That's fine.
Yes.
Alam mo yun, kasi you know that they're gonna be fine by themselves, and you know that they won't be clingy towards you.
True.
Kasi they want you to apply what you're learning from them, right?
For me, the mentors that I would gravitate towards are people, lahat ng tao actually. Kasi para sa akin talaga, lahat ng tao, mentors sila eh. Kasi in a sense na, they could actually teach you something that you don't know. Kasi everybody has something that's better than you. But at the same time, you might also have something that's better than them. So parang, alam mo yung, everybody can be a mentor to you eh. So, for me talaga, lahat ng tao talaga, I would consider them as a kind of a mentor figure. But in the sense na yung pinaka-mentors talaga, I guess those people who are kind of where you wanna be. Kasi syempre, you would want to learn from them eh. Kasi, kung nasaan sila ngayon, ikaw, gusto mo, after some time, nandun ka na rin.
Parang peg, life peg.
Parang life peg. So, parang gusto kong mentors is yung mga peg ko. Parang, nakita ko, gusto ko ginagawa niya. So, yun yung mga
I know, Mike,
ko.
you hate the term idol, right? I mean, people call you idol.
Hi, idol.
Okay, you would prefer not to be called idol, but I think life peg is a nice
life peg.
Alternate
for me talaga, honestly speaking, yung mentor ko talaga si Mike. yung ano natin, yung host natin for today. Ayun.
Very humbling, man.
Kasi he's been a good mentor to me. Ayan. So, Kiana?
Ako naman, I would want someone who would really push me kahit, alam mo yun, who would put me under so much pressure na mapipilitan ako, sabi nga ni Ana, to be more aware and mindful so that even if I make mistakes, I would learn from it.
Okay.
So, like, parang mas hands-on, ganun, mas hands-on na mentor.
Okay, so going back, well, thank you for answering those questions pala. No? Pero I'd like to ask you another thing. Kumbaga ngayon, I see you active on social media, kumbaga, with your gigs and all that. Pero ngayon, what do you think were, from the start of your journey, whenever that may be, up to this point, ano yung main challenges na na-encounter nyo as freelance people? Yeah, go ahead.
Well, for me, when I was starting, I didn't know much people from the industry. So
Is that a hurdle for you?
yes,
Not knowing it.
because you need. We were talking about the importance of expanding your network.
Got it.
Kasi ngayon, that's where I get my gigs from different people, not just one, but from different people that I met a year ago. When I was just starting, siguro after 4 months, nawalan ako ng gigs because I didn't know anyone. Wala akong mahinga ng gig. So, I learned that it's important to market yourself, to go to the gig earlier so you can meet suppliers, yung ganun ba. So now I have different sources of my work.
Right, and kumbaga when you say that, they're not just plain sources for you.
Yes.
They're also
You built,
become friends.
I built real and genuine relationships with them, not just for work.
I think that's important when you're working. That's super important. That it's not just
After what you can benefit from them, but how you can help them too.
yes, because
Right.
when you make that genuine connection, then
Yes.
you have to build that trust. And if you have that trust trust in that relationship, then madali ka nang bigyan ng trabaho.
Yes,
Kasi,
that's true.
Ito, magpa-perform well.
Maayos.
Actually,
Maayos.
parang more than that then is if you make them your friend. If you kind of remove di naman totally remove, pero if you add to that supplier relationship the friendship, kasi kung friends talaga kayo, parang kumbaga mas maganda ang loob nila sa'yo, not just for the coordinators or for the people who give you gigs, but like for your clients themselves.
Totoo.
Kasi if you're friends with the clients themselves, then parang for example, itong kasal na to, ikaw yung host. Dun sa kasal nung kapatid niya, ikaw rin yung host. Dun
Yes.
sa debut nung anak nila, ikaw rin yung host. Ganun. So parang chain reaction talaga siya.
And you have to
Tama.
genuinely
Yes.
talking about being friends, you have to genuinely want to be friends. Because
Yeah.
yung iba, friends lang.
Para last events ka.
That's true.
Nahalata eh.
Yes, you can't
Nahalata.
fake it.
You can't fake it.
You know, right now, I can say I have a list of friends, siguro, in my Facebook, na I can talk to during the day about work, or kung sa gabi, I need an advice about something personal, I can also talk to them about it.
Ang ganda.
Yun nga, kasi,
gain
yes,
friendship. Yeah,
yes.
friendship. Kung may gig, bonus na lang.
Yes.
Bonus na lang yun.
But talking about challenges, I want to ask kasi I noticed in our group, in our microphone club group, medyo matumal ngayon kasi
Ghost month.
lean season, ghost month, 'di ba? So that's what I want to ask you guys. Is it real? Is there really such a thing as a peak season and lean season, and how do you guys manage that?
I think siguro pinaka-alam natin lahat siguro pag yun nga, the
Per month.
Di ba? Oh my God. We're about to get busy. Ako hindi ko ma-imagine kung ano magiging schedule nitong taong to.
Oo nga, I see him post 3 times a day, different events.
Isang araw nasa Binangonan, isang araw nasa Bulacan, nasa
Grabe.
Cavite, nasa Rizal, nasa Retiro. Retiro!
May events sa Retiro.
The fact that
guys, Tasmanian Devil, sorry, go ahead.
But the fact that Marco is here with us today, naniniwala akong matumal ngayon.
Ganun talaga. Is that true?
Is
that true?
I'm actually going to Cavite after.
Yun na
Diba?
nga, sorry.
Hindi kasi ang mahinagig niyan dalawa sa isang araw.
True.
But you know, your parents must be very proud of you. If they're not, I would like to say, Mr. and Mrs. Ko, please be so proud of this guy because we his atsies.
Actually, owe them a lot talaga. Kasi I don't think all parents would allow their children to live the lifestyle that I'm living right now. Kasi syempre, yung focus ko medyo nagde-divide siya, ganun. Pero my parents are super supportive, so thank you so much, Mom and Dad. Thank you.
Yes, that's good.
Also to my mom, who's been supportive of me doing this freelancer life.
Yes.
And also hi to and also hi to my my mom, my parents, my cousins who are so supportive of my capricho.
Say that your mom is so cool.
Diba? Yeah, she is. So hi, Mom.
It was pleasurable to actually have her on stage jamming with us a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
Actually,
my mom can sing more than me.
And his whole family is pretty cool.
Diba, no?
Yeah.
And who your niece, Brianna?
Oh, guys, short introduction for Anna. She's actually working in Singapore right now, and she just went back here today just to be on the microphone club show. So,
So, glad to be trip lang.
Uwi ako sige, uwi ako Manila.
Mga high corporate people talaga.
Grabe naman.
Bus ride lang talaga yung papuntang.
Pero kasi she really does, love the family that she's gained in the microphone club.
Yeah.
To say.
Awesome.
All right, and we'll talk more about freedom in freelancing right after this break. You're listening to the Microphone Club Radio Show.
TriMedia, DZRJ, 8:10 a.m. Ang himpilan ng bawat Pilipino.
We deliver. Stand out and be the best. With 8 TriMedia Pro Incorporated, your way to infinite possibilities. Gusto mo ba ng kakaibang healthy white glow? Yan ang power ng vitamin E sa skin. From Myra Vita White Facial Wash. May natural plant extract and vitamin E beads that gently burst for that healthy white glow in just 1 week. Fresh, mag-Myra Vita White Facial Wash. Yan ang alagang holistic. Trusted quality healthcare. Unilab yan.
Negosyo ni Carancho. Mga latest updates sa merkado, mga kaalaman sa pagdinegosyo mula sa mga eksperto at maging job openings, alamin. Ihahatid sa inyo ng ating nag-iisang Carancho sa negosyo, Miguel Hill, sa Negosyo ni Carancho. Negosyo ni Carancho, tuwing Sabado 1:00 hanggang 3:00 ng hapon at Linggo 12:00 ng tanghali hanggang 1:30 ng hapon. Dito lang sa DZRJ, 8:10 a.m. TriMedia, ang himpilan ng bawat Pilipino. Kayo'y nakikinig sa DZRJ 8:10 a.m. TriMedia, ang himpilan ng bawat Pilipino. TriMedia, DZRJ, ang himpilan ng bawat Pilipino.
And we're back here at the Microphone Club Radio Show with Mike and Anna. Of course, we have our guests today, Mr. Mark Richmond Co.
Hi.
And we have Miss Kiana.
Hello.
Cinto. Ayan. All right. So, going back, before we proceed with anything else,
May babatiin tayo?
Go ahead, Anna.
Yeah, but first
Hit
we'd
us
like
with
to thank the following for making this show possible. We have Creative Voices Productions, the leading voice-over services company in the Philippines, responsible for producing thousands of commercials, dubbed anime and telenovelas, video games, audiobooks, audio-video presentations, and more. Creative Voices is also the home of the first and only voice acting school in the country, the Philippine Center for Voice Acting. Since 2005, the school has produced over 1,000 graduates and can claim that about 90% of the voice artists, broadcasters, hosts, and voice-over talents in the Philippines are graduates of this school. Kasama ka na rin dito,
yes,
diba? Sa Creative Voices family. We'd also like to thank Pochology Academy, a training organization with a mission to inspire, motivate, and empower Filipinos towards greatness, excellence, and success. Pochology Academy conducts trainings, workshops, and team-building programs for all types of organizations, such as companies and schools, to help individuals unlock their potential and become the best versions of themselves. Incidentally, Creative Voices and Pochology Academy were both founded by our producer, the most recognized voice artist in the Philippines, Mr. Pocholo, the voice master, De Leon Gonzalez, and who is a veteran radio broadcaster, book author, internationally renowned youth advocate, in addition to being a highly sought-after voice director, trainer, and motivational speaker. So we'd like to thank again our producer, Sir Choi, who we're actually meeting this afternoon.
Yes, we are.
Because
Thank you
he
so
has
much.
dubbing in one of the top stations.
Yes.
Yes, so we're meeting him. So thank you, Sir Choi. We'll see you later. And we also have stuff to plug.
Yes.
First off, we have, and you mentioned it earlier, Mike, we will be having Hosting 2.0. This is a very practical approach to hosting. It's a workshop we're going to have on October 1st. You guys are invited, Mark and Kiana.
Yes.
We will be there.
October 1st.
Kita hits.
Yeah, it's a whole day. It's a 1-day workshop, even if it's just 1 day, because we know some people, they do like 2 or 3 day workshops, but this is 1 day. Super intense, lots of practical exercises, great feedback from experienced hosts, so we know you're going to learn a lot. It's going to be at D Cup Coffee Republic in Pioneer Street Market, Mandaluyong, the whole day of October 1st. Please like our page, the Microphone Club, and we're going to post all the details there.
Yes. And again, I think the selling point of this workshop is just not one person in front of you. There's going to be me, most of the time, but of course we're going to be getting the help of Mr. Tony Bilaro, Ms. Jill Ngo, the goddess of belly dance, and of course Christoph Contreras. We're going to do our best. We're actually going to be doing our best to show you the different facets and introduce different aspects of hosting, like the difference of one event to the next. Anong pinagkaiba ng weddings, debut? Debuts!
We don't have any. No, we don't.
Wala pa tayong poll eh.
Okay.
Or internet yan. The weddings, debuts, anong gagawin mo pag nag-host ka ng death anniversary, corporate, diba? Mga year-end parties, album launches, and all of that. There's actually a lot that we're going to be covering, and we hope to see you all there soon because it is that time. You know, it's a perfect time to actually join us because ito na nga, ber months na. And you want to be getting those gigs, right? There's nothing wrong with getting a little extra. So we hope to see you all there.
But speaking of weddings, Mike, before our program manager and President of the Microphone just asked us to invite everyone to the Before I Do Bridal Fair on September 23 and 24 at the Mega Trade Hall of SM Mega Mall, organized by VRC Creative Events. Don't you love the Before I Do Bridal Fair?
I love it. Sobrang fun. Saka they give out prizes.
May raffle.
Yes.
Yeah.
September, again, that's September 23-24 at the Mega Trade Hall, SM Mega Mall.
Okay, so going back to usapang matumal.
Ito super real question, right? Like medyo magkakaroon ng matumal na season, right? So parang anong ginagawa niyo? Anong ginagawa niyo kapag hindi kayo naggi-gig?
Si Mark nag-aaral.
Actually, I study, but not just for school, but studying for self-improvement as well. Siguro in hosting, in singing, and also in being a person. Like how to improve myself as a person. Because if you improve yourself as a person, you would also improve naturally as a host and as a singer as well. Tapos aside from that, then I also try to take a break. Siyempre kasi you can't just keep on working all the time, but you also have to rest and make time for your family, for your friends, because siyempre they also want to have time with you then.
Of course.
Yeah,
how about you, Kiana?
Yeah. Well, for people like Mike and Mark who are full-time freelancers, well, is there such a thing? Full-time freelancers, you know that during the ber months, nakakapagod talaga yan. And, well, for me, umaabot pa yan until February because there's Valentine's. So, I get booked until Feb. So, pag dumating na yung time na medyo matumal nga, I use that to rest, to catch up on sleep. And tama yung sinabi ni Mark na that's the time for self-improvement. I get to listen to new songs and learn new ones, and then I read my books that I don't get to read if I am so busy. And I also spend time with my family and friends. Kasi you get recharged during that time. And do you agree, Mike? Kapag sobrang fully booked ka, parang, I don't know if it's just me. Tapos kapag matumal na, you miss it na. There's this parang nare-reburn yung passion mo for your craft.
Oh yeah, oo naman. Kasi parang kasi ganito yan eh. Sabihin ko sa inyo, the worst thing that you can do when you go freelance is half-ass it. So,
yes.
Diba? Kasi kailangan yan pag no, it's
a term.
Ano yun? Kapag kalahati lang binibigay mo, kapag hindi binibigay 100% mo talaga, I mean, mababurnout ka talaga.
Yes.
Mas mababurnout ka nun kapag hindi mo binibigay lahat. Yun yung nakakatawa eh. kapag
May
nag-freelance
back,
ka.
kasi
Yes.
holding back.
Oo. So parang whether it be family, whether it be friends, whether it be the general parang saying na, no, you shouldn't be doing this. Dapat ginagawa mo. Pero kung yun talaga yung tawag, yung calling para
Yes,
sa'yo,
that's
then by
true.
all means do it. Diba?
Tsaka ang saya, diba?
Yeah.
Parang ang saya na yung nung feeling na you're doing what you love and you're actually living off of that.
Yes.
Parang compared to
Totoo.
doing something that you don't want to do and then living for your weekends or like, alam mo yung tipong, nga, maganda nga yung sweldo mo, pero hindi ka masaya sa ginagawa mo. Pero pag sa hosting, parang, or like with freelancing, pwede maging sakto lang yung pera, pero sobrang sarap ng feeling, sobrang fulfilled ka as a human being that when you die on your deathbed and you're like, I made so many people happy, parang sarap ng feeling na ganun.
Ito, tsaka more than anything, sorry I don't mean to sound selfish, but one of the other things that make you not just an effective freelancer, but an effective performer is when you do it for you. Do it for yourself din.
Or
Make it about them.
Yeah, or
Make it about
bonus
them.
na lang yun.
Oo, kumbaga parang musicians don't say, maganda ba? Guys?
Yes.
Diba? They just do it.
True.
Diba? Parang like let's say artists like Up Dharma Down. They don't say na parang, hi guys, we hope you like it. They just play.
Yes.
I'm gonna play what I wanna play, how I wanna play it. Diba?
Yeah. Kumbaga parang that's regardless of what you do as your craft or as your main thing. If you're not giving it 100%, and if you're overly conscious about it, then it's not gonna work out. Sorry, do something else.
And I also think you owe it to yourself. You owe it to yourself kasi you're given the talent. I always say this to people who I know have so much talent in them. You owe it to yourself, and it's like a responsibility to put yourself out there. Kasi sayang. I mean, nakakapanghinayang. Just like that same feeling that you're saying that your lola really believed in you. Kasi manghihinayang na, sige, kakanta ka dito sa mga party lang namin sa family, but they believe in you so much, and you need that, you have that talent, and that's worth showing to everyone else. Kasi natutuwa ang mga tao di ba? Why not? Parang short of saying, pinagdadamutan mo yung
talentong binigay sa'yo.
Yung talentong binigay sa'yo. So, I always say that. Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
Pero ano lang tayo, maiba lang tayo ng konti. I think, do you agree when people say, because one of my mentors told me na, Mike, ang asset na pareho na meron ang host at ang isang musikero ay hindi yung boses mo. It's actually, isang host at vocalista, hindi boses mo, tenga mo. Do you agree?
Yes.
True. Kasi parang sa akin, di ba, both require hearing the crowd. Both require listening, di ba? So parang para sa akin when he told me that, sabi, oo nga no. Tenga nga. Kasi kahit, for example, musikero, kahit gitarista ka, vokalista ka, kung hindi ka aral, matetengahan mo pa rin. Pwede mo pa rin i-widow. Diba?
True.
Tapos pag host ka, anong kwento ng host na hindi marunong makinig? Kapag hindi ka marunong makinig, di ka pwede maging spontaneous.
Bro, kasi parang hindi siya monologue It's a conversation talaga. Hosting is a conversation.
Yes.
So you really have to listen to what the crowd is saying or how they feel about you. Kasi it's kind of different with like, siguro pag sa mga original artists ganun, tapos gumagawa sila ng kanta, it's like they're looking for people who would want their music. But when you're hosting, you're gonna be having to tailor yourself to the crowd that you're hosting then at the same time, diba? So ayun nga, tenga nga talaga yung mas important asset kaysa sa bibig.
Yeah, so we were talking about before you came in, we were talking about how important listening is, and they're saying they love to listen. And I say, oh wow, because you're talking to someone like me who has a hard time listening because nga sobra kong daldal. So it's interesting to see how that can really get you very, very far. Knowing how important listening is and using that to your advantage in whatever craft. Not just probably as a freelance artist, but even let's say me at work or anyone, any type of job for that matter. Yeah.
So you make it sound so bad naman. I mean, a lot of people love you. I know that for a fact.
True.
Because you're a talker.
Love you, Anna.
Yeah.
Diba? A lot of people love you because
dami sinasabi. Okay.
No, dami kasi sinasabi. Joke lang. Yun. So yeah. So parang ngayon, when it comes to working with others, have you had the chance to, let's ask Mark first. Have you had the chance to co-host?
Yun yung hindi ko sobrang strength talaga.
Have you tried it?
I've actually tried co-hosting once, but with a guy din. So parang medyo
ang hirap.
Parang hirap din.
Were you gonna try? Paano yung naging peg? Parang were you trying to bro it out with him or like what?
Medyo kasi parang ano siya parang biglaan. Kumbaga parang the day before the event, his co-host suddenly backed out, which was supposed to be a girl.
Okay.
So ako lang yung kilala niya na nag-host din. So parang sabi niya, "Oy bro, okay lang ba sa'yo na mag-host tayo?" Sabi ko, "Okay, sige, G." Parang sobrang on the spot din. So feel ko, if you're gonna co-host with somebody, it's better if you actually know the person na talaga beforehand, and if you have a sort of a camaraderie with that person, or siguro paminsan mas maganda rin siguro pag lalaki at babae.
Medyo it has to be a balance.
Yeah, it has to be a balanced thing. And siguro I have to practice my co-hosting skill kasi it's a different skill set entirely. Well, not really entirely, but you get it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
are they going to learn that in the workshop 2.0? Maybe
yes, actually, that's part of the outline.
Yeah, we can throw that in, right?
It's part of the outline. Yes, we're going to.
Because it's an important skill. Because usually, pag sa mga big events, they don't just get one host. They get 2 to 3 hosts sometimes, diba?
Totoo yan. Corporate events, fun runs.
True. Right. So you have to really be able to connect not just with the people, but also with the people beside you.
Totoo.
And I think even more as when you're a co-host, then listening becomes even more important. I've heard so many. Yes. I haven't tried co-hosting actually. I mean, other than this, but I mean on for events, I haven't tried co-hosting. But I've heard so many horror stories from my other hosting friends about how difficult it is, or pag merong sobrang sinasapawan yung.
True, kasi parang kung sobrang sanay ka na ikaw yung nagdadala ng program, tapos parang biglang kailangan mo siya ihati, ganun. Parang hindi ka sobrang sanay ganun. So, feel ko kaya siya naging mahirap.
I think that's the toughest. That's the toughest. To actually control yourself.
Yeah, true. And to actually like give way to the other person to take hold of the reins.
Kasi diba, anong tatanong ko dito? Anong na gagawin ko dito?
Yes.
Ano ba kaming chemistry? You won't really find out until you take a step back, take a deep breath, and say, okay, I'm co-hosting.
Or if you have the time, actually, maybe you can try to like co-host privately, like as if you're doing the whole event, but you're like parang kayong dalawa lang ganun. So para medyo ma-testaran nyo kumbaga. Kasi kung bigla talagang on the spot, tapos let's say na wala kayong chemistry, you can't really do anything about it anymore. But if you actually try to run through it beforehand, you can kind of medyo fake the chemistry a bit.
No, it's about timing. About timing. I actually produced an event once where we had co-hosts, and they ran through their they did a run through, and they really had to agree. Okay, ito pag sinabi ko to, sasaluhin mo. Yeah. Sorry, Kiana, you were saying.
Yeah, I kind of had a similar experience before. During one of my very first hosting, it was for a 7th birthday party. I asked my best friend to co-host with me because I was thinking, so we could just have fun, para mas chill lang, ganon. But it turned out.
This again? Sorry,
wait, maybe 3 years ago.
Okay.
It turned out to be harder than what we expected. Kasi nga, kailangan mo ng timing. It looks easy, but it's not. It's actually harder when you have someone along with you na kailangan nyo maging balancing. Yes.
How different is it from, let's say, singing a duet or maybe doing a comedy act na dalawa, na duo?
Comedy act? Nako, yun ewan ko
Hindi mo kaya,
it's an entirely different animal
It's a totally different animal. Kaya ko naman kaya ko magpatawa. I can try at least. Kasi nga, di ba, kapalmok tayo.
Kapalmok.
Pero I can't guarantee that I'm gonna be funny.
If you've seen Mike Acuna during his sets at Acustica Bistro, that's around España, diba? España.
I have to go watch you, Mike.
Basically like
kasi may gig din ako ng Saturday.
It's like parang siyang kalahating set, kalahating comedy bar set.
Yayayain kasi Mark ako si Ana.
Yan pa lang ang dating nun.
Hindi, pero like, in a good way kasi it makes it more interesting for the crowd din eh. Siyempre parang kung tugtog lang entirely, parang medyo ganun lang siya. Pero pag may parang patawa konti, tapos meron talagang audience interaction.
Yun nga, you have to be a people person. Parang ganyan nga.
Otherwise, mag-play ka lang ng
background music.
MP3.
Yes. Parang wala rin nangyari, di ba?
Yun yung parang medyo shortcoming ko pag sa mga bars. Kasi parang hindi ako sobrang galing ng yung ginagawa ni Mike na yung interaction talaga na malupit with the crowd.
Malupit.
Malupit.
Wala akong training na malupit. Pero yes, natama natin yung comedy. We'd like to say hi to our co-Mikey, Mr. James Karaan of
Comedy Manila.
Yeah, sobrang galing nila, man. I don't know what his schedule is, to be honest, but please feel free to search for Comedy Manila on Facebook. And
are we
also,
doing greetings?
Yes. You know what? This question caught me, and I think this one is for both Mark and Kiana. Sabi, as a freelancer, have you ever encountered any difficulties in your career? What would it be, and how do you deal with it? And is freelancing really that fulfilling?
Okay, I answered that earlier, but maybe you can say
ganun ba?
No, but it's good. It's worth mentioning again.
Okay, so
yeah. The first question. The challenges that we encountered, yun nga yung pagmatumal. I'd also like to mention, we talked about this group, and then I think ako Mikey mentioned na every artist go through a cycle. And I'd like to call ourselves artists. I think that is Kana. So hi if you are watching. Yan nga. Every artist goes through a cycle. There's a season for we have this peak season and we have this lean one. Kapag matumal, we feel that hindi ba ako magaling, bakit hindi ako nabubuk, ganyan. But it's actually our time to improve our craft. Diba?
You're right, Anna. It was worth mentioning again.
Yeah.
It was worth mentioning again.
And then, I shared with Anna earlier that this decision that I made, being a freelancer, so far is the best decision that I have made. Sorry, and because it's giving me the sense of fulfillment that I haven't felt elsewhere. When I walk up that stage and sing or talk to people, it doesn't feel like I'm working at all.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. But I'm blown away by that.
Yeah, well, I guess
beautiful.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
So we were that's what's so nice about Kiana's experience, because she has the benefit of trying just working and having a day job, then having a day job and trying to do her craft at the same time, and then she made that choice. Kasi mahirap yung bigla na lang, you don't know what you're choosing from. Yeah.
Actually, we also have one question here from Samantha. She's asking, do you have any advice for people who want to start freelancing?
Oh, okay. Yeah. Know
yourself. For me that I'm not a full-time freelancer, I think one thing worth mentioning, it's not for everyone. It's not for everyone. So you need to know, even from a practical standpoint, you have to run the numbers. Can you actually sustain your lifestyle through the lean season and through the peak season? And you have to plan it well. Otherwise, for example, if you need a certain level of stability, then maybe you need a day job. I think either lifestyle isn't wrong necessarily. But you just have to find what works with you. For example, for me, I have a day job and I need my day job. So I find a happy balance doing the fun part of hosting and stuff like this. So that's parang best of both worlds.
But I feel like it's also because you also enjoy your day job, diba? So parang hindi naman talaga siya stressy thing. But for some people, kasi like maybe for Kiana, she didn't really enjoy her day job that much.
I've been thinking about my gigs during work hours, so mahirap yun. I was half-assing my day job, so.
You should
have
that.
Yes.
Which they don't deserve.
Yes.
True.
Tama. Yeah.
And you actually get more tired, diba, if you actually half-ass one thing.
Totoo. Kasi that's what happened. Sorry, share ko lang din. That's what happened to me. I found myself working, like, kasi night shift ako. I found myself sad. You know?
Yes, I get you.
Diba? Like I'm sad. I'm sad, and I don't have a lot of time for everything else. If I
that
find
you want
time,
to do.
Yes, that I want to do. And sabi ko, ito na talaga yung tawag ko eh. My advice for people who want to do freelancing, if you feel like, you know, you're not supposed to be there anymore, just go. Just go and jump in. Like, get out of there. Wherever you are, get out of there right now. Because here's one thing I'm going to promise you. No good freelancing story started with, I had it figured out from the beginning.
That's so true, Mike. I think you would know then if you have a calling talaga.
You have to go with your gut. I mean, may feeling yun eh. May feeling yun eh.
Yeah. Kasi if you're freelance, kumbaga, syempre you want to share. You want to go in with the mentality to share. And you're not going to be able to share much if you yourself didn't have a lot to go through in the beginning of your career, of your freelance career. So, I think it's 11:55, man. Wow, time flies. Go, Anna.
Yeah, I have...
JC?
So, for those watching, we actually have a group. We have a private... If you're a member of the Microphone Club, you're a member of an exclusive Facebook group, which is our support system for each other. So, I'd like to read something that one of our core members, Mr. JC Garcia, posted about the lean season. And that's why we wanted to talk about this. He says, there will be times when it seems lean. Here's a tip. In freelancing, it's important to keep marketing. What exactly? First, your main skill. Second, additional skills. Sometimes hosting will seem not available. So then he talks about other things he did. He let other organizers know that he helps write scripts, became a stage manager, tutorials, training sessions, and other things. The key here is, this is what JC says, when you're doing freelance, keep busy, keep moving, never stop, rest if you must, cry at times, and keep praying, keep that vision ahead, and go for it.
Congratulations on his personal achievements with his family as well. Ano yun talaga, blood, sweat, and tears literal. Yung mga sumemplang sa stage, nagalusan, yung, as in, talagang he's one of the best hosts of the Philippines, in my opinion.
JC Garcia.
And if you've actually heard his voice, if you've heard his voice, talagang
Kinabutan ka, grabe.
Papawaw ka talaga, you know.
And you know what I like most about Sir JC? Hindi siya madamot eh. Sa tips and experiences, he would teach you whatever you want to do.
If you're actually in the Facebook group of the Microphone Club, he actually posts the usual hashtag JC's hosting tips, and they're actually like a lot of tips which are super helpful for both experienced and new hosts alike.
Tama.
So true.
Totoo yun. Yun naman ang hashtag ni hashtag Mr. Voiceover. Hashtag din niya is sharing is caring.
Sharing is caring. And for Mr. Acuña, it's a never on time, always early. But then parang today medyo
actually well
still never on time.
Tired.
But that's fine, yeah.
Still sticking to that naman.
Yes.
Still sticking to it. Never on time, never on time.
You got me good there. Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
So
mga kaibigan, maraming salamat for joining us here at the Microphone Club radio show. We hope you enjoyed our discussion for today. And let's hear more of our interesting topics for next Sunday for 2 hours of motivation and empowerment only here at the Microphone Club radio show. Again, in the name of our founder and producer, the one and only voice master of the Philippines, Pocholo de Leon Gonzalez, we are your hosts, Mike Acuña
and Anna David.
Anna, it was a pleasure.
Always a pleasure, Mike.
Thank you for being here.
Yeah.
All the way from Singapore. And of course, we'd like to thank especially our guests, Miss Kiana Jacinto.
Thank you so much, Mike and Anna.
Susunod, pwede may sample.
Thank you.
Walang sample.
Si Mike ang mauna.
No, but maybe you can before we go, you can plug where can people watch you?
Okay.
Sa dami.
Can I check? Tomorrow, Monday, I will be in Marco Polo with J Project. Wait.
Okay.
Wednesday, I will be in New World, Manila Bay. If you can catch me, and 9 p.m.
9 p.m.
And then Thursday in Novotel Araneta, 9 p.m. too. And Saturdays, Luxembourg, I am there every Saturday. Please do catch me if you're free. Oh my, I am so sorry.
Also, a short plug-in, on Saturdays, do visit the Acoustica Bistro at around 8 p.m. or 9 p.m.
Yeah, mga 9 p.m.
The place to be on Saturday
9 p.m.
night.
It's super lit there. It's like a
super lit
house party.
Very millennial.
Yeah. Maraming millennials doon.
How about Mark? How do they find you on Facebook and
you can find me on Facebook by using the hashtag Calbo hosting.
Calbo hosting.
I feel like I'm the only person who uses that hashtag. Tapos I also basically right now wala akong pwesto, so mostly mga events and mga harana. I also do harana services, so if you want to surprise your girlfriend like that with a
or their boyfriend,
or boyfriends, girlfriends, or your tita, your lola, and you want to make them
with or without flowers.
Oh, with or without flowers, meron pa yung mga packages ganyan. So just contact me on Facebook. Thank you so much.
Okay, all right. So maraming salamat Kiana and Mark, and we hope to have you here
Mike and Anna.
All right.
We had so much fun.
Yeah.
Always fun. It's always fun.
Yeah.
Okay, so kami po ang inyong mga hosts and our members of the Microphone Club saying availability is the best ability. Bawat.
Bye. Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday, and watch out for Negosyo ni Carancio coming up next.
Bye.
TriMedia, DZRJ, 8:10 a.m. Ang himpilan ng bawat Pilipino.
Si Miss, unang tingin pa lang, puti na. Kinis pa.
Nag-Myra Vita White Hand and Body Lotion kasi. May vitamin E, Bs, and natural plant extracts that help nourish skin deep inside for a healthy white glow. Puti at kinis.